If Californians knew how impactful this one aspect of Boise, Idaho was, they would move to Boise right away. We're going to look at why people would move to Boise. After knowing this, I will also show you all of the extremely impactful aspects of Boise, Idaho, the questions people should ask themselves, and then I'm going to dive deep into all of the reasons Boise, Idaho is even better than some people think, because you must know those for the thing people don't know to make sense. My name is Brady Fagel. I'm a Boise local and I'm a real estate agent. And if you have any questions, shoot me a text or a call or comment down below throughout the course of this video. As many of you know, people are already leaving California. 275,000 people have left the state just within a year. California decreased in population for the first time in decades. 18,000 businesses have left, including major companies like Tesla. But if they truly knew more, it would cause even more people to leave, and specifically move to Boise, Idaho. Here in Boise, we have the opposite story, with around 100,000 people moving to Boise. Moving states can be scary. It can feel hard or not possible, but by the end of this, you will see why it could be such a smart move, how it won't be as scary as you think, and if Californians knew everything in this video, and especially what I will talk about at the end, they would move here in a hurry. The first thing about Boise that is so much different than California is the home prices. It's no secret that in most parts of California, home prices are almost unattainable for the average resident. Places like San Diego and San Francisco having a median home of over $1 million, and the median home price is $800,000 in all of California. While in Boise, you can find a great starter home for $350,000 that might look something like this. And if you were to spend $800,000 here in Boise, it would get you something like this on a quarter acre, which is far more than you could even dream of spending that money in California. We will talk about how this plays a part in the huge piece of information at the end that I truly think would have people moving to Boise right away if they were just aware. In Boise, even if you are not at a place where you can buy a home at the lower starting point, the median rent here for a one bedroom is around $1,400 a month. In California, it is almost double that, which frees up money every month to save for that first home. And not only are home prices more affordable, but so is everything else. California has an average tax burden of 10%, and Boise, it's under 8%. The gas prices in California are $2 a gallon more expensive. The utilities in Boise are around $200 a month cheaper $200 a month versus California at $300. Home insurance in Idaho is 15% cheaper. And some of you in California lately, home insurance is through the roof because of all the private companies that are leaving the area. And the list can go on and on. But if you add everything up between taxes and groceries and insurance and even car insurance, you save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a month, which can be used to live a better life or be able to purchase a home. And that is just the financial side of things. Before we get into everything else people may not be aware of, and the big reason at the end, my name again is Brady Fagel. I'm a real estate agent here in Boise. My goal is to help people decide if Idaho is the best place for them to move. And it's why I make these videos, which if you have found any value in them, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out and it helps you stay informed. If you are even thinking about moving to Idaho, shoot me a text or a call anytime. It allows me to jump on a call with you and answer questions that are personalized to your situation. And if you trust me enough to reach out to me, then you deserve to have me as your agent. I work with all of my people personally and I walk with them as they move here. Now, we talked about the financial data. That would be a reason people make the leap to move to Boise, but there are a few more important things. One of those is the safety and the environment that you live in. One of the number one things I hear from people when they visit Boise for the first time is they cannot believe how clean it is here. Boise takes care of itself. The downtown area is clean. The suburbs are even cleaner. You'll see homeless people, but you might only see 2 or 3 if you are downtown, and most of that is around the homeless shelter. Not to mention, Boise has a crime rate lower than the national average, and it is actually decreasing, which means Boise is getting safer. People in Boise leave their cars unlocked. No one is stealing stuff from Walgreens or gas stations. There isn't locks on the food in stores. And in the last 5 years, there have only been 11 murders. Half of those were domestic dispute type murders and people from California who have not experienced Boise just don't understand what a difference that can make, or just how different it is in Boise. You can look at stats and learn about how safe and nice Boise is, but when you have not visited and lived here, you don't realize the huge impact that has on your daily life and stress levels. But I can tell you Boise is safe, and have experienced that my entire life. When I talk to people who have moved here from California, they tell me how much of an impact that has made, or they will visit California, and when they get back to Boise, they can't believe how bad it is in California, because when they lived there, they adapted and kind of grew numb to it. So it is only after living in Boise that they start to see and feel the benefits of the safety and the environment, which is where we start getting into the big thing that if Californians knew, they would be moving to Boise in a heartbeat. And we talked about home prices, we talked about safety, and we talked about environment. And when you combine those all together with the people who live here, you'll start to begin to see what I'm talking about. The people in Boise are the most friendly, down-to-earth people. We are known for having an amazing community where your neighbors get to know you. People are constantly waving and saying hi. They open doors. It is another thing that you just kind of have to experience, and it is something that I hear a lot from people who move here. I even hear it from people who live in North Idaho, around the Coeur d'Alene area. They are even surprised by how much friendlier the people are in Boise. So what will happen is people will make the move to Boise. They will experience the safety. They will experience everything that Boise has to offer with the people. They will save on renting, or they'll save on buying a home. Then they can use that money to then save to buy a house or better their life and pay off debts. And after a year or two, they start to realize just how great of a decision they made. I talk to people who have been here for a year or two, and they're constantly telling me how happy they are that they made the move. And many of them moved on a limb. They didn't actually know if it would be the best decision. They were scared or didn't know how much different it would be. And it took some time for them to realize all the little things Boise has to offer, the daily acts of kindness, the $10 here and the $100 there that they saved, the community of friends that they built. For some of you, it may be a no-brainer and you can't wait to get out of California, but for many of you, it is blurry and doesn't seem like it can be the right decision. You might be worried about finding a job here that pays as much, or worried about leaving family, but lowering your paycheck and getting a little uncomfortable will be rewarding. And that is the thing that most Californians just do not realize. You guys in California don't have a time machine to go 2 years in the future and feel how you'll feel, or the ability to visit for a year and experience Boise. Not only the information we went through, but the things you just can't necessarily learn through Google or even YouTube videos. I've heard it from a number of people where they waited 2, 3, 5 years to make the decision to move here, and they're kicking themselves because home prices have gone up, or their situation in California has now made it harder to move. But if people knew, I think they would take that leap. So if you think some of this is intriguing and you're contemplating that move, watch this video here where I go through every single Boise, Idaho suburb, and I rank them from A to F, because once you have decided to move to Boise, choosing your suburb is the most important part of your move here. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to meeting you.